Hey guys, just a Gundam here, and I'm camping. Vacation. I work multiple jobs and several side gigs. So just to sit and relax. I know most people probably wouldn't take Gundams camping, but that's what I do. These are all version 1 RX-78s. I thought I'd just show off kind of what I'm doing. By the way, this one's interesting. The plastic's blue. So I got all these RX-78 version 1s, because you buy a Gundam lot and there's an RX-78 version 1. There always is. And I often use these to complete GM scraps and make new heads for the GMs, so I can make... I like to make custom version 2s. So these version 1s don't have a lot of value to me, but I hate to just steal parts. Mostly I buy scraps. I rarely get a complete figure. I'll use the RX-78 parts to make a customized GM, along with a copy of the version 2 head made out of real plastic, and then I paint it, and it's alright. It's not bad. Puts another figure into the world when this was just originally scraps, missing a leg or its shoulders, obviously, or, whatever. So that's cool. But I still have all these RX-78s left. And some of these have torsos still. I can make as many GM heads as I want. And so I hate to, waste parts. Stewardship is kind of a big thing to me. I don't know, it's kind of nutty. I obviously put more work into even rebuilding this guy, painting the head, and making sure all the colors, stuff matches, and making weapons for him and stuff than I make selling them on eBay. But it puts another GM in the world for the MSIA line, which is dead, when it was just scraps. And, maybe there's someone who needs those parts, but maybe they're the same common parts, and they just float in the parts bin forever. And it just makes me happy. Same thing here. So these RX-78s, I figured out a way to cut the knees into more like GM-like knees. And shoulders are hard to come by. I have a plan on trying to make more shoulders. But in the meantime, I figured out a while ago I could make an orange variant of the GM called the GM Light Armor. And I figured out how to turn the 1.5 torsos and make them fit on here. And I have a bunch of 1.5 torsos with no arms and legs, because I use them to make upgrade GM 1.9s is what I called them. But then I just moved on to the version 2, so I have all these scraps. I just have lots of scraps. And so the plan is that all of these will get turned into some kind of GM at some point. And not because they're really for my collection, I like making them. I just do. It's relaxing to take some acetone and some Q-tips and some cotton balls and just wipe the paint off, and then go get some trimming and some dyeing and glued back together, head, painting. Like I said, ultimately it's a lot of work for a figure that won't sell for very much. But it beats them being garbage. They're not garbage, but most of these RX-78s were incomplete to begin with as well. And like I said, the Gundam version 1 is so easy to come by. It's not a great posing figure, but it's so easy to come by, so it makes great parts fodder. Even this one, someone battle scarred this, apparently, and drilled 2 holes through it. I don't know why. It looked awful. It just looked like garbage. Not throwing rocks at anybody, it was. But actually, the Gundam's not gonna get shot like that unless the Young shot it, and it'd be 5 holes, not 2. Yeah, still. Anyways, once this gets the rest of the paint removed in a more detailed way, the cockpit will get filled in, that yellow will get taken out of there. I'll cover that with sticky tack, wall mounting putty. I will trim the stomach off, and I will dye it orangey red-orange at the chest, and maybe my shoulder plan will work out. I don't know. I'll have to see. Oyumaru and the sculpting putty. We'll see if I can make more shoulders. It'd be cool. Anyways, with possibilities, this could be a destroyed GM. New neck peg from some random other scrap part Gundam figure. And I don't know. That's just how I'm using my vacation. I don't know if I have a huge point in this video. I was just showing off, I like to I don't like to let stuff go to waste. These are kind of like parts that don't have much value to me personally in terms of being used for animation or even making customs for my own collection. But that means that they're scrap fodder, and I can do with them whatever I want. I can test out new ideas. I can test out new dyes even. Be like, okay, this GM is going to be this color. Oh, that color didn't turn out well. Oh, well, like we'll just sell them for $20 or something. And like I said, way more than, minimum wage-ish, $15 an hour. How many hours do I put into these? But, it's fun. There's always more of them. This is just a small sampling of my RX-78 version 1 scrap parts. It's a lot more. Oh, okay, I think I've rambled on enough. But that one's blue. That's going to make a cool custom. Later.